everyone. How are you? Welcome back. It's the last Sunday of the year, which means it's week 52 of our challenge of Challenge Me More in 24. And, it seems like it's, the old line of life is like a toilet paper roll that is when you get to the end, it seems to go so much faster. and it's true. I guess life is that way too. When you're a kid and you know that it's going to be Christmas, it's like, oh, you can't wait. Every day is like it's so long, and then it's Christmas, and it's like, it's wonderful, and Christmas is like, oh boy, we get to go sledding. Oh, we get to go skating. We get to go play with our toys and go play with this, go play with that. And I think as you get older, you kind of go, okay, well that's done. Let's clean this. Let's clean this thing up, and let's get on to the next project. And I guess that's the way I feel. We got past Christmas, and of course it's only been Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days past Christmas, and I'm already looking at. Oh goodness, what am I going to put away first, and how am I going to take care of this and that? We still have our roof. Nothing's been done on our roof. The roof is done, but we're waiting for the inspector. And the company we're dealing with, I wouldn't recommend them because I don't know if it's just one guy in there, but he's just kind of like every step that he was supposed to do on a Friday to get it going, call on Monday, and he's getting around to it. So anyway, but we're not going to upset ourselves over that. The reason we're doing this, and I thought about something, and I thought, I don't know if it's profound, but it's something that I've always tried to live by because it was the way I was raised, it was the way my parents were raised. You leave something better than you found it. So if you think about leaving the world, no matter what your age is, you will eventually leave the world. If you can think about improvements that you can make during your lifetime to improve the whole structure of the world. If you think to yourself, it doesn't matter, I don't matter, I'm a small person, and whatever I do is nothing, well then, you're probably right. If you think, I am somebody, I can do it, I choose to do this, I'm making a difference, you're probably right. So in my mind, I've done this now. This is week 52. I did it last year, and I got 1,959 pounds, just over. Now we're over 2,000 for this year. So I've done 4,000 pounds, or close to it, real close to it. I'm going to do one last quick video on Wednesday morning because that truly is the end of the year. And even though I did it week by week, it is a challenge for the year. So for those of you who are new here and going, what is she talking about? Well, I made the commitment that I was going to take 2,000 pounds of food that would normally either get put down the garbage disposal or just thrown away. How many people take their strawberries and cut them and take out the tops and then save those and either feed it to their worms, feed it to their compost, trench compost. I'm itchy, I'm sorry, I don't know what that is. Hair or something bothering me. Anyway, how many people do that? Probably very few. Well, I do. How many people save their banana peels? I do. By the way, just if you are going to save them, take these little stickers off. For some reason or other, they don't seem to break down in compost well. I don't know why, but we do that. Uh, we save our coffee filters. We save our coffee grounds. We save our tea bags and tea grounds, leaves. When I wash my mushrooms, I'll try to do, if I'm doing a whole batch, I try to kind of rinse them lightly and then save that water, and that water goes back into my plants because the soil that those mushrooms are grown in is really high in mycorrhizal fungi. It's got fungi, fungus. So what are the things we do? We save our fruit and vegetable peels. We save our coffee grounds. I've told you all of those. If we have anything that comes in containers, we save those containers. I've told you that we go ahead and we save, when we finish our cereal, we save these plastic bags. I don't even weigh these because I use these for something that maybe is going into the freezer that I don't want to smell. I have a neighbor who just asked me to take her trash because she's on vacation, and she said it's in the garage, and it's been sitting there for several days, and I don't want it to smell. And I thought, well, what can I say? So of course, absolutely, be glad to do that. And so, but this is just one little thing that keeps your food from smelling, is to keep it in a plastic bag, keep it in the freezer, and on a garbage day, then take it out, and you'll find that things are a lot less smelly in your world. One other thing I just wanted to talk to you about is if you have things like onions, and your onions, you peel all this stuff and you throw this away. Well, people say, oh, don't feed it to your worms. You can feed that to your worms. They're not going, if they don't want it, they'll move away. If it's the only thing that you're giving them, then they might revolt, and they might, I don't know if they would die, but they might revolt. I take these peels off, and I go ahead and soak them in water, in rainwater. And then I pour that on plants that are more aphid susceptible, and it keeps down the keeps down the aphids that I have problems with sometimes. It's after Christmas. I'm probably too late to actually say this to you, but all of your wrapping paper, all those things that came in wrapping paper, I save those, and those go into my recycling as well. This is a piece of cardboard that is at the end of, sometimes the certain companies, like sometimes Hallmark, will have this at the very end of the roll rather than a cardboard roll. Now this is 16 by 40. I have to tell you, I used to wrap things in this kind of paper and then just do like a real rough string wrap. It looks wonderful. It is so cool. People see that and they go, this is so cool. I love the way you wrap that. And of course you can do artwork on it. You can do whatever. So, or if you wanted to just use it as a ink splatter, find different reasons to use other things. Your shredded cardboard, all the different things that you got. We even, when we're sweeping our floors, that soil that comes in on your shoes, that gets put into my worm bins. So without further ado, this was a short week. I mean, as far as we didn't really have a whole lot, the grass has quit growing. My cupboards are pretty much cleaned out. So it was 14 pounds, 13.4 ounces. I did have 2,069 pounds. I now have 2,084 pounds. I don't think I'm going to get to 2100 in another 3 days, but I promise I'll come back in a few days and give you a real quick, wham bam, thank you ma'am kind of thing. So that was about it. That was all I wanted to go over with you. I was trying to think of things that to tell you as far as 2025. Boys Town always wants my donations, and they get it. And over the course of the last couple months, they've sent me 2 planners because, one isn't enough. I need to double plan. And so, what am I going to do for 25? I don't know. I don't know yet. I mean, I will continue doing this. I may not do a weekly and that sort of thing, but me personally, I will continue to recycle. And I probably will continue to keep track of it because for me it's fun. It over the 104 episodes that I've come to you on recycling, uh, it kind of gets into you that you go, did I write that down? Oh yeah, right. Okay. How much shred do I have? Oh, and I keep my garden going. Maybe if I gave up gardening and I moved to a condo or something like that where I didn't have it, I wouldn't keep track of it, but I would probably still try to recycle. Um, I got the Baker's Creek. This is a free one. This is a wonderful company. It really is. They do so much good work. They are always having fundraisers for people who are in need. And how nice, huh? Really, how nice of them. So they have free shipping. I mean, oh here, I just want that. Can I get it? Yes. How much? How much is it? $3.50. Is there any shipping? No. Really? They sent me. This is their envelope. I mean, it's. They're gonna pay for this, so they're really. They're not making a great amount. But anyway, I got purslane, which is moss rose. It's also called portulaca, and I can't think of the fourth one. But this is the kind that you can eat the. They take the stems. It comes with a little. It produces a little yellow flower, but it actually you can eat the greens, and I think there's a lot of vitamin K in it. So if you have any blood clotting problems, which I don't think I do, you wouldn't want to eat a whole lot of this. But anyway, it's very good for you. I got a carrot, my absolute favorite. For those of you who have been following me for 4 years, my Japanese giant red mustard seeds. They're so delicious, so delicious. And then I got just a cutting green because we like to have just lettuce. If you buy over, I think it was $10, they sent me something. This is called a Arcado pink hyssop. Is that how you say that? Hyssop? A flower. I don't know if this is edible, but I certainly will look it up. That was it. Just a little flyer, a little paper and what have you. So I have my work cut out for me. And since the roofers pretty much destroyed my beautiful outside, they had tarps everywhere, and all of the caladiums that were all standing up, they laid the tarps over, and then these aren't tarps that are like a 4x6 in pieced, or 4x12 even, or a 6x12. No, these are tarps that are maybe 12 feet wide by about 20 feet long, and there's a lot of weight to it, and so everything was just thrown on top, because when they are doing the nailing in the roof, those nails come out, and the nail's about that long, and then there's a piece of plastic that's there that shoots into your roof, so you have all these spots so that you can see where they are, and so that the nail doesn't go straight through the shingle. That plastic kind of holds it back. they're everywhere. So they lay all those tarps down, but when they pick them up, it's not. It probably should be a two-man operation where you would kind of pick it up and pick it up and pick, and then carry it off. Oh no, this is one guy takes one end, and I'm watching him, and he's just pulling the whole thing off, 20 feet, 30, whatever it was, and you can just see all the caladium leaves just falling. I wasn't out there. Rick just always says to me, "Don't go out, you'll cry." So over the years, I've learned he's probably right. Other than me jumping down and going, "Oh, let me help you," and people think I'm absolutely crazy. So anyway, the caladiums are some of them have kind of come back, but for the most part, it pretty much took them down. And caladiums they lasted pretty much 4 months, or pretty close to it. So I think that's a lot to ask for a bulb, and so they lasted a good long time. Time to change things over, and so this will be next year's project. I was thinking what I might do is do a project calendar on when I'm starting or what I planted, and then a recycling one also. So anyway, that was it. If you guys have any ideas, what you might like to see or what you might like me to do next year, I'm certainly open to it. And if I can help you in any way, either with with composting, worms, planting, anything, cooking, how to keep your husband alive longer. I have him on. I've been getting some new products for us to take, and I'm going to review them just like I did with the dose. That after a year we're still taking. I don't say taking. I shouldn't say taking because I'm drinking it. Rick is not interested in that, so I have gotten a few other things that are of health benefit. And Rick is, he's a perfect example of, there's an old Southern a message from old wives to newer wives to newer wives, that it's easier to pull a chain than it is to push it. And if you think of a chain, a linked chain, if you're pushing it, that's hard to do. But if you're pulling it, it comes along with you. So if I take things and I take them for a long time and I feel good, then I say, "Oh, here, try this. What do you think?" Well, you'll feel better. Well, just try it. Just try it for today. Okay, was it bad? Wasn't too bad. Okay, well, we'll try it again tomorrow. So the one that he holds out on is, we need to exercise. Rick walks for 3 hours in the morning to take his pictures. He gets steps. He assumes that means everything is good, but he needs to, we both need to exercise more. So hopefully in 25, from what I understand, a little weightlifting, a little stretching, a little more moving to juice our joints, so to speak. And so maybe we'll incorporate all that in the channel, and you'll enjoy following along. Take care, everybody. Like I said, this is Sunday. It's, what is this, the 29th? Yeah. And so we only have a few days. If I don't see you until either next Sunday or after New Year, Happy New Year, and don't party too hardy. Remember, you might have to get up in the morning. Take care, everybody. I've really enjoyed this. Thanks for following along. Bye-bye.